If you don't think colleges and universities make enough money from their students, you're wrong. They make money off of each individual student in a variety of different ways. Colleges and universities across the country make endless amounts of money off of their students through tuition, room and board, and dining. Regardless of these sources of income, these educational facilities, such as Kutztown University, still want more and more from their students. Campus parking is a tool universities and colleges use to acquire more capital from their students. As a current student here at Kutztown University, I see and experience firsthand the horrors of parking on campus. Kutztown University should take the action of easing up on the students here at the university, as many students suffer from the cost of the permit itself, unrealistic double fines, and the limited places to park. To start off, out of all the costs it takes to be active and enrolled in college itself, students should not be charged the amount they are for the yearly parking pass to simply be at school. According to Westchester University's campus parking page, a local rival of ours, students are only charged $30 per year as compared to the $50 we are charged here at KU. Students at Kutztown are charged every year for a parking pass if they wish to keep their cars on campus. Commuters are also required to pay for a pass to show that they are able to park in different areas on the academic side of campus. Kutztown students can either pay for a semester's parking pass, which costs $35, which is less than the yearly pass at Westchester, or they can purchase the yearly pass at Kutztown for $50. As stated on Kutztown's frequently asked questions page, faculty and staff do not need to pay for a parking pass. They are free of charge. Parking permits are also non-refundable for those who purchase them. So for example, if a student purchased a parking pass before spring break and did not return from the coronavirus because campuses have been closed, they are not refunded for the purchase that they've made for the permit. Now that I have mentioned the pricing policies by the campus, I'm ready to move on to my next point. Second, the campus's parking patrol often tends to double ticket in an unfair manner. Public safety, on multiple occasions that I've witnessed and once to my roommate, has double ticketed at the most unfair times. For example, my roommate had parked in an emergency vehicle spot one night because it was pouring. She did so knowing the risk and assuming she was going to get a ticket for parking there anyways. The issue was not that she was ticketed twice, but the times in which they had done so. Her first ticket was issued at 3:18 a.m. The second ticket was given at 5:38 a.m. The unfairness comes into play because what person would move their car between the times of 3:18 a.m. and 5:38 a.m. She was unfairly double ticketed, and I know she's not the only one who experienced this unfair punishment. It's not the issue, like I said, of the double ticketing, it's the factor of the time coming into play, which makes some tickets more unfair than others. So far, I've discussed and argued about Kutztown parking permits cost and the double ticketing at the unfair times. I will now be moving on to my third and final point. Third and most importantly, the students of the university are limited as to where they can park on campus according to the parking pass they obtain. Although I do understand this as a protocol of organization and regulation, there are flaws within this system. According to the Kutztown University Motor Vehicle Regulations page, Lot F3, which is located behind the old main academic building, is restricted to staff parking only 24 hours a day and 365 days a year. Behind the academic building of Old Main and the parking lot near the Stratton Administration Building contains many open spaces that are available but are rarely ever used. This is more so a problem near the Stratton Administration Building as opposed to the Old Main building. For student athletes who are present at the university, they are required to do lifting at certain times in the Risley building, which is located near the Stratton building and the parking lot near there. I personally cannot drive my car there and park there because my lifts are early in the day, and Kutztown does not permit nor allow on-campus students to park there in those lots until after 4:30 p.m. Monday through Friday. My final point regarding this issue of parking correlates to the emergency vehicle spots in the lot at the university, specifically in the Golden Bear South Village apartments. At these apartments, there are over 7 spots specifically reserved for emergency vehicles, and these spots are also rarely ever taken up. I understand the need for these spots, but not in the quantity that there are. Usually the fire trucks and cops who arrive at the apartments when needed or when necessary do not even use the spots that are dedicated and meant for them. If, after hearing about the flaws within Kutztown University's parking regulations and you care about the benefit of the Kutztown student body, please consider signing this petition in favor of the students themselves. In conclusion, Kutztown University should take into consideration the few flaws that lie within their parking system on campus for the benefit of their student body. For this reason, I implore you to sign this petition to prompt Kutztown to make amendments to their parking system and policies. Thank you for listening to my speech on the attention needed towards the parking permit and the registration act and its need for restoration.